Ladies and gentlemen, Galactus and done and done. And it was a very fun, challenging build. And it was a fun build, especially using the excellent templates by SKS Props. Last I left off, I had all the basic assembly done, and basically at the point where I need to prime everything. And first thing with EVA foam, you got to use Mr. Heat Gun. Uh, and heat the entire foam surface. It just closes in the foam, constricts it, just makes everything tight. Even if you make panel lines in it, it'll open them up just enough to where it looks like you scribed it in. And then after that, uh, he got about 2 coats of plasti dip, just so that the paint would stick to the foam itself. One thing about foam, you really can't use uh, rattle can enamel paint because it might be tacky if you do such a thing. However, you can use it if you mist it. And if you do light mist coats, now I know foam is for uh, cosplay, so they can actually wear and move with it. This is a static head, so you can go a little heavier on the rattle can if you want. And I just used gloss purple. Missed that on. Use the black plastic dip as a base coat for the black shadows. And I tried to keep it simple. I didn't want to go overboard with. Wanted to kind of keep it cartoon, comic, simple colors. Just didn't want to go overboard. I did go in with Mr. Airbrush, and I post shaded a lot of stuff. I don't know if you can actually see it. It's very, very subtle. The lights, you might be able to see kind of a weathering effect on it here and there. Just trying to keep it, again, weathering light, trying to keep it not, battle worn. He is fitted on a styrofoam head, and I had to seal it. And you can get Mod Podge. I like to make my own white glue and a little bit of a sealant, as in satin or a flat finish, mixed in with some paint. Uh, and I sealed in the foam styrofoam head. My only complaint with it, I wish I could have made it a tad bit thicker because you can see some of the pores in the head. But other than that, uh, it worked out really, really well. I did paint the lips. There is a little bit of a shadow that I painted with a airbrushed in with darker flesh color. The only thing I did not paint was the inside of his eyes. Again, I didn't want to give him eyeballs, and I've seen some photos where he's got the little squares. But with the shadows, if you can see, uh, you don't really need his eyes. If I want to go back in later on, put in, I may. But other than that, even with the Silver Surfer, I think it looks really, really good with it. One thing I did do on the neck here is I added a piece of foam just to keep it uh, like a collar. And plus that helped protect the styrofoam neck. And other than that, very, very fun. Again, simple paint job. And I think he'll be a nice addition to the Sentinel head I did a few weeks back. Very fun project. Check out SKS Props on his template for the Galactus Head. Just a very, very fun build. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got going on today. Finishing up the Galactus Head. And one thing I did do on it, and I don't mention it a whole lot, is weathering. Is multi techniques, as in airbrush. There was some dry brushing, some stippling. Again, very, very subtle throughout, basically along the edges and everything. It's just something that keeping it simple, but keeping it, you know, weathered at the same time. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got going on today. Stay tuned for next exciting episode.